it's been a long time since I made a video. 4 months, 4 months for the Dad Pajamas to take his time making videos. But I have the house to myself. I can turn up this little amp a little bit louder. I don't have my like usual setup because old Dad Pajamas been getting out playing live with some buddies last month, and I'm hoping it's gonna be a thing going forward. So we'll see if I can, well, not if I can, but if I end up incorporating anything I'm doing outside of the basement and outside of wearing pajamas. But I thought today, got a house to myself, I'm just gonna crank out as many videos as I can. So I think the first one I'm gonna do is allow me to introduce my guitar. So because I play this black one a lot in all my videos when I look back, but I haven't really talked about it much, so I'll do that. And yeah, well, after a long time, this is feeling horribly uncomfortable, but that's okay because I mean, maybe we can look back at this and laugh. Right, and then after that, yeah, I kind of want to talk about Ozzy a little bit because he passed away in between like the last 4 months, and that is a really big one because as just like speaking from guitar player terms, he's played with so many of my absolute heroes. Like I love all his guitar players. I like Tony Iommi's riffs and like just starting way back then, like starting heavy metal, so awesome. Then pick it out, then getting kicked out of the band and Ozzy going and finding Randy Rose. I mean, like that is awesome. Like that is so killer. I'm trying not to say awesome too much, but just his classical influence on everything. Like it just he was so mint and just like the perfect guitar player for Ozzy at the perfect time. And sadly left us way too early. And Jakey Lee, really killer riffs, really killer solos, right? Like Bark at the Moon, not Overmount, Bark at the Moon. Like he was just really awesome. And then of course coming along to Zakk Wylde. And I mean Zach's incredible. I mean I think I talked about my Epiphone Gold Top. I have it signed by Zach. I put EMGs in it because it's Zach. So it's funny, like I listen to a lot of Ozzy, but because the guitar and wicked solos and squeals and classical influences and just everything that came along with learning the instrument. But just thinking, you're like, oh yeah, but Ozzy was like the front man. Ozzy sang on all those, like you know what I mean, and yeah, and like a lot of Ozzy's songs really did mean a lot to me. So when I was a long-haired punk kid in high school, rocking Ozzy just like way too loud, like before noise-proof headphones, like people could hear what you were blasting. So yeah, it was like a lot of Ozzy live album for me. Anyway, so I'll do that, and yeah, and then I'm hoping to crank out some Ozzy riffs because obviously, oh yeah, I just got back from vacation, so during vacation I was listening to a lot of Ozzy and just thinking, man, I gotta go back and like do those riffs proper. Because of course when I learned everything for the first time around, I was just really lazy and I got a lot of bad habits and the riffs were no good. So yeah, and I don't know if I'm going to like just do a live jam of those or so everyone can see all my horrible mistakes, or if I'll just like record snippets and shorts. Somebody told me they like the shorts, so maybe I'll go with that. Anyways, alright, so if I'm going to do an episode of Allow Me to Introduce My Guitar, this is my Ibanez Prestige RG655 in Galaxy Black. So that's why it's got that like beautiful little like kind of sparkle to it, right? This guitar, so I love this guitar a lot. It just hits every note that I like. I mean, checks every box. Of course, it hits notes, but it checks every box that I was looking for in like an upgraded like Super Strat compared to like my red ESP that I have. First of all, though, this is made in Japan, so also I really underestimated just like how good the quality of a made in Japan guitar would feel. And thanks to a friend of mine, he really like tipped me off that the Japanese really focus a lot on the necks and how the neck feels and like crafting the neck, because that is after all what our hands are on like 99.8% of the time. And so yeah, there's no denying this neck is sick. I mean, it's really thin. It feels so good. I mean, this like I don't know how to properly explain this, but it really can just fly if you want it to. But it also just sounds great. It's just a great sounding guitar. Oh yeah, and it's so humbucker, single humbucker, right? I'm not. I think I know the names. I think this is Air Norton, a True Velvet, and I forget this one. Doesn't matter. But they all sound really good. Every combination sounds really good. And then I particularly like going in the middle for just a single coil and just like country it up a little bit. Uh, yeah. Oh, and also, oh yeah, also like a lot of my biggest hero like Steve Vai, he played in Ibanez. Now I can't afford like a super top of the line like gem series or his new Pia, but this one will literally basically built with like same high Japanese quality and more or less like this like relatively equal parts, such as the tremolo bridge here, which uh, on my red guitar, this like whammy bar goes kind of floppy. But on one like this, if I get some gain going, you can do those cool like flutter things on this one. It's not like completely practical or anything, but you know when you do like crazy weird solos or whatever, they're really like fun to throw in every once in a while, or like a crazy ending or what have you. Um, yeah. So, what else can I say? I talked about the neck already and how well made it is. It's a 5 piece neck. Yeah. Anyway, so maybe I'll keep this short, like allow me to introduce my guitar, and yeah, maybe just leave it at that. Oh no, the funniest thing about it. Oh, I should have led with this. So I got this guitar March 15th, 2018, which, if anyone knows me, like, that's a very important, special birthday for the family. And I got it because I was like, okay, after like the second one here, I'm probably not going to be able to afford another guitar for a while. So let me get something that's really going to last me, that I really want, that's a really high quality. And yeah, this again checks all the boxes or hits all the notes, like I said before. Yeah. So let me end it on that, and I'll get to talking about Ozzy and maybe going through some riffs and stuff. All right, cool. Dan Pajamas here, real quick. I just want to say I sort of realized after I watched that video back that I already talked about Ozzy and like most of what I wanted to talk about. So I'm not really going to talk about him passing away too much more. I mean, big loss for the rock and roll world. And I mean, I totally realize like I'm getting older as these rock stars start passing away that I grew up listening to and that I love so much. So yeah, Ozzy, that's a tough one, but R.I.P. and every guitar player and everybody should just keep rocking Ozzy anyway. Righty, bye.